Hey guys, I got a new video for you today. And lately I've been getting a lot of questions regarding paracord. More specifically, where do I get the one that I use for my bracelets and some of my other projects, how much I pay for it, and whatnot. And also, in particular, how this particular key fob is made. This is the one that I currently have on my keys, as you guys have seen in my EDC. So I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to show you guys how I make this. This is just some paracord with a Cobra knot or Cobra stitch, and then a split ring with some paracord around it. So let me go ahead and show you guys. First and foremost, you're going to need some paracord, and this is the paracord that I use, and this is where I get it. It's from www.supplycaptain.com. And this is 550 Type 3 commercial, bright red, 100 feet paracord. Now, I normally get all my paracord from Supply Captain. They have a really nice selection of some really awesome colors. You know, all your standard colors and some of your neon colors also. 100 feet runs you about $7 with them. And, you know, I use a lot of it. I've ordered many times from them. You know, sometimes I order small items. Other times I order a lot of items, and every time I've had some really good results. Fast shipping, never had any issues with them. So for $7 for 100 feet, I figure is a fair price. So that's where I go ahead and get mine from. So for this, you're gonna need some paracord. You're going to need a split ring, and try and get one that's pretty easy to open, not too flimsy, but easy enough to run the paracord through. You're going to need something to cut the paracord with, and then something to burn the paracord with. So a knife and a lighter will do you fine. Normally I don't stick to a lot of measurements when I do a lot of my projects, just because I have a lot of leftover and I use it for for other things. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to measure, if you want, enough to go around it, obviously, and then give yourself a little bit more. So, depending on the size of the split ring, you're going to want to probably go twice around it, to get enough of that. So you have, a little bit of working material at the end. So I'll go ahead and cut that. Set that to the side. And then what I normally do is I go ahead and gut this one. Just because, since you're going to be, feeding the actual split ring or the cord around the split ring, you're not going to want all those the strands in there. So go ahead and find yourself an opening, pull the split ring apart. And sometimes, if you have like maybe some small tweezers or pliers or whatnot, those will definitely come in handy in this particular portion of the project. Once you have it in there, just kind of work it all the way through, and then hopefully this will cooperate with me. It's not going to want to go through the actual cord itself. Alright, go. Just feed it through. Once you get it started, it should be pretty easy. So you guys can see, I almost have it halfway through there. Just keep on feeding it. Pull on one end, give it some slack, then you'll pull the other end. Just keep working it until you get it all the way around the actual ring. You're gonna want it to be tight, so make sure you keep everything nice and neat. Give yourself enough room to pull it. And I'm sorry this is kind of boring, but I don't normally edit out my videos, so you're gonna have to watch the whole thing if you want to learn how to make this. Alright, almost done. So as you can see, I'm almost at the end of this. So obviously 2 times around is it's a pretty fair measurement, I would say. Keep working in the slack. Just work it all the way around. Alright. And just kind of pull on both ends and it'll tighten up on itself. Now what I normally like to do is, what I'll do is, since it's completely covered there, I'll go ahead and get you know, a little bit of slack too there, as you guys can see there, and then I'll cut it. But I'll leave a little slack so that it burns onto itself. So sorry, I was off frame there. Alright, cut that. So there's the cut right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and burn those ends and make sure that they burn onto themselves. Don't worry if it gets too messy, because you'll actually be able to cover this up. So once that's there, go ahead and lick my fingers so I don't burn myself too bad. Alright, so there you go. Okay, you got your split ring covered there, burned, you know, to mat it down. So that's good to go. Now what you're going to do is, I don't have an exact measurement for the actual cordage. So, you know, obviously it all depends on how long you want that Cobra stitch to be. So normally what I'll do is I'll do probably around 3 feet paracord, you could say. So let me go ahead and pull some of this out. It tends to knot up on itself, so let's not get it lost in there. Alright, so I'll do about 3 feet. Okay, then I'll go ahead and cut that out. Set this to the side. Now this I will not gut. You know, I want to go ahead and keep it, you know, keep the strands in there just to have it be a little bit more sturdy. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through it just like that, and then you're going to pull out, you know, once you find the center of the piece you cut, you're going to wrap it around and just give it some slack, and then this is going to be the measurement of how long you want it to be. So, you know, let's say you know, maybe about 6 inches. Alright, so once you have it there, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that these two sections here overlap where you made that burn, because it's, you know, so it'll cover it up. So then what you'll do is you'll just start your paracord weave. Now I'm not going to go over how to do the actual weave, because there's a bunch of videos here on YouTube that can show you that. But, you know, once you get that started there, you're going to want to make sure that it's tight so that it covers up the burns, and that one is. Alright, nice and tight. And then just go ahead and go through making your you know, your paracord your Cobra bracelet or Cobra stitch, just like you would to make a bracelet. Alright, so like I said, I don't really edit out my videos, so you're gonna have to watch me do this, and I'm trying to be as quick as possible about it, so I don't bore you guys. And I chose to do this one. I'm actually going to use this one. I chose to do it red so it'll match my my truck. You know, kind of give that other camo one a rest. But you know, and obviously you can make this this Cobra stitch as long or as short as you want it to be. Now, normally I try and make it, you know, a decent length. And then what you're going to want to do is, I'm not going to go ahead and do it, but you guys can get the gist of it. Just cut it right here and cut it right there, and then burn it and cinch it. So you'll be pretty much left with this right there. Alright, and then what you'll do is you'll just loop this around your keys, and, you know, loop it around itself. And once you got it done, it'll hang from your keys. Obviously it's you know, all this stuff is getting in the way, but you get the gist of it. So that's how you do the you know, that key fob that I have on my keys. Go ahead and show you again. This is, you know, where I knotted it, where I looped it through, so you guys can see it's burnt there. Alright, so guys, let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this quick tutorial answered your questions about it. Again, supplycaptain.com is where I get my paracord from, and they do sell it in 100 feet or 1,000 feet. Not too sure how much 1,000 feet is, but it's definitely worth it if you're going to be doing a lot of projects. It's just, you know, if you're like myself and like to have quite a variety of colors, then, you know, I kind of stick with the 100 feet and then just buy it as I go when I need it. All right, guys, again, let me know if you have any questions, and hopefully this answers some of those. All right, thanks.